Hey everybody, Justin here, aka Just for the Record 1974. Long time watcher of the VC, first time contributor, so hi. Been collecting for many years, sold a lot, rebought them, sold them again. The usual thing. I'm trying to keep hold now of all the important ones in my life. I just thought I'd do a bit of a vinyl update on things that I picked up in the last week or so through online sales, private sort of listings on Facebook, etc. And now that the stores are reopening, I've popped into a couple of antique places and picked up a couple of bits. So, yeah, just thought I'd give it a go. Let me know what you think, and I'll be hopefully posting some more bits and bobs as and when I have time and my children aren't here to grab everything with their dirty little hands. Love them, of course. Anyway, so I haven't got much time because my phone is running out of memory, so I'll get going. So anyway, I contacted a guy recently on Facebook selling site. He has some records listed. There are a couple there that I thought, okay, that's a bit of me. He showed about 6 LPs, and that was it really. That he didn't mention any others. So anyway, I said, okay, I'll come down and have a look. If they're in decent condition, I will take them off your hands. We agreed a price which I thought was fair for what they were, and off I went. So it's about an hour to drive. And on the way, I was thinking to myself, wouldn't it be great? You know, you have these dreams. Wouldn't it be great if I arrived and the few records that he'd listed were actually part of a bigger collection, a big box full of vinyl. And lo and behold, the gods were looking down on me that day, and that's exactly what happened. So I got there, and he produced a box of probably around about 60 LPs. So a lot more than he'd listed. So for the same price as we'd agreed. So I looked through, and I was very excited to see some of the ones. There was a lot of shit. Sorry, a lot of not so good stuff. I'm not sure of the etiquette regarding cursing on this, so bear with me. So obviously, even wheedling out probably half of what I would term as car boot fodder, there was still a lot of very good stuff. So I'll get to it. So anyway, a few of the bits and bobs, very nice condition. All the vinyl is very nice condition. Some of the sleeves are a little bit tatty, but hey. But this is lovely. It's a Robin Trower, twice removed from yesterday. Not familiar with this record. I'm familiar with Bridge of Sighs, mainly because of the cover that my favourite band Opeth put onto a bonus track a few years ago. So that got me into that particular album. But that was nice. Got a first UK press of Judas Priest. Stained glass. Again, the vinyl's pretty nice. The sleeve is a little bit tatty, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, and that was one I didn't have a clue that was in there. So, classic Judas Priest record. A record that I picked up a lot over the years and varying degrees of condition. Queen, Night of the Opera, first UK press with the embossed sleeve. Again, vinyl-wise, it's lovely. A little bit stained, which they generally all have. Generally, but I'll get to that in a moment. All have a little bit of staining on the front cover. But she plays lovely. She'd have played lovely, so that's good. So that was a nice little surprise. Moving on, and this is where it got very exciting because this is definitely a bit of me, and this is a record that I've owned probably twice on vinyl over the years, and I own it on CD, etc. But classic Anthrax, Spreading the Disease, first UK Music for Nations, iconic label there. Sorry about the glare. Again, the vinyl is in beautiful condition, just absolutely stunning. So very pleased with that. And bearing in mind, it's sort of worked out at around about £2.50 per record here. If we average it out and take away the shite. Again, this is a very interesting one, and not one that I'm familiar with. Obviously, I'm familiar with the name, and on spinning this, it's a very interesting album. I'm sure many of you would tell me more about it. Again, a first UK press of the Edgar Broughton Band, Wassa Wassa, on the, again, iconic Harvest label. Unbelievable condition. Bear in mind, I think this was 69, this was released. Absolutely gorgeous. So loving that. Very excited with that one. It's something I will spin a lot more of because it sounds very intriguing. Moving on. Again, this wasn't one I knew that was in there, so it's very exciting. First UK press, Sabotage, my favourite Sabbath album, actually. Again, I've owned this a couple of times over the years and traded and whatnot, and own it on CD. But once again, vinyl is beautiful. So very pleased with that one. Just such a great album, especially side 2. It's just perfect, absolutely brilliant. Not a massive, well, I am a Sabbath fan. I do think they're slightly overrated. Sorry, I know they're very influential, but I think as far as other heavy metal bands go, I think there are better songwriters around. But you know, I can't deny how iconic and how influential they are, obviously. But I'm sure I'm going to get some grief for that. But you know, whatever. Again, this was very interesting. I owned a repress of this a few years ago, and not really my cup of tea, but it's just cool to have it on the first press, first UK press, Witchfinder General, Friends of Hell, with the, well, I think the glare is to my advantage there, because it's censoring the boobies on there. So with the booby cover, once again, unreal vinyl condition, just lovely. So it's really cool. The sleeve, as I say, has got a couple of little things on it, but hey. Moving on, this is a couple of these were the reason I actually turned up to this guy's house, because this is what a couple of these were listed, not all of them, I have to say. This one was one of them. We have first UK press of Kill 'Em All by Metallica. Again, bearing in mind it works out at a couple of quid per record. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. I say, love it. That was cool. I'm going pretty quick because I'm very aware of my phone memory, so I'll try and free that up if I do this again. Metallica, Ride the Lightning. I think this is not a first press. I think it's a second press, but hey. Lovely, lovely. Plays beautifully. And that was one that was in one of the 6 that were listed. And I'm amazed actually that I got to this before anybody else, because it had been on for, the listing had been up and live for a couple of hours. Excuse me. And normally when that happens and I miss it because I'm working, whatever, you don't stand a chance if it's decent stuff. But it was all still available, so I was amazed. Moving on, continuing Metallica, Master of Puppets, first UK press. Lovely. Very, very excited. And these last 2 were not actually listed. And I do own these 2 already on original presses, but this was where I decided to be very excited, and a little bit of wee came out. First UK press, mint, like, well, not mint, but nearly. And Justice for All, my favourite, maybe my favourite album of all time, possibly. Certainly my favourite Metallica album of all time, without a shadow of a doubt. But that is beautiful. Finally, in this little haul, again, there were lots more, but some of that is not special, really. Again, I didn't have a clue this was in there, and this really is in absolutely almost perfect condition. Black Album. So very excited about that. And got into the car on the drive home, and I just did a little bit of a pat on the back and a little bit of a fist bump, and yay! I'm very pleased with myself. So I'm nearly out of time anyway. So just a couple of things I picked up from local thrift store or local antiques place. Never heard of these guys. This was £3, 1989. The Hummingbirds, Love Buzz, really good power pop, really good kind of jangly, early REM power pop. Great stuff, really good. A nice first UK press, Crosby, Stills and Nash. I think this was a £5, something like that. Decent nick, I'd say, bit of crackle, whatever. And going back to Queen, this was a little bit more. I think it was a tenner or something. But again, first UK press, Queen and Night at the Opera. And again, nothing outwardly special about it, other than the condition. The sleeve, pearly white, no marks, no patches, no stains. And the vinyl, other than one tiny little smidge of a mark, is pretty much near mint. So that is going into my definite sort of all-time keepers box for this particular record, because I don't think I'm going to find a better condition. Certainly not at that price. So I was very pleased. So anyway, plenty more stuff to show you in the collection. But so I need to sign off now because my phone is about to say no more. No more room. So hopefully this has been mildly entertaining. I've never done this before, so thanks if you have watched it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think below. And I will hopefully see you again with some more vinyl finds and maybe go through some of my interesting bits of my collection. Anyway, thanks guys. Take care.